I think the American people are tired of people going to Congress and getting incredibly wealthy in a short period of time. And that's something that the American people want answers for. They want people who are defrauding taxpayers, who are engaged in corrupt activity, to be held accountable. And that's all we're doing here. They don't want answers a year from now or 2 years from now. They want to know what's going on today as soon as possible. And that's what we're working on.
So that was House Oversight Congressman Brandon Gill on the investigation into Ilhan Omar's sudden increase in wealth and the ongoing fraud investigation in Minnesota and other blue states. So joining us now is New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew. What do you think the investigation will find?
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Look, there should be no concern with the left on this. If everything is good, if there's integrity here, if she did everything right and her husband did everything right, who cares? Nothing to see there. She shouldn't be worried about it at all. They shouldn't be worried about it at all. I will make one suggestion. If she's done this in an ethical way and done it appropriately, which we're going to find out, man, really, she should leave Congress and become a financial advisor, her and her husband, for everybody, because that just doesn't happen, that you get to $30 million from a few thousand that quickly. So I think we're going to find out.
It's very interesting. So I want to get some breaking news to you. The President Trump, he sat down with Larry Kudlow for an exclusive interview to talk about the high-stakes midterm elections. Listen to this.
Popular, and I've done well. I mean, I think we have the greatest economy actually ever in history. Now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. That's said by everybody. We have the hottest country in the world. I guess I have to sell that because we should win in a landslide, and we'll do everything we can to do it.
What do you think the disconnect is that voters aren't feeling this? And be sure to watch Larry's exclusive interview with President Trump tomorrow at 4 o'clock. You don't want to miss that. So, Congressman, what is the disconnect between what voters are feeling for themselves, but then also seeing? I mean, the economy is coming with really good numbers, as you know.
Here's the disconnect. What we should understand, many people don't get, because the media, the legacy media, isn't telling the truth. What should happen is we should win big. The bottom line is we've got to get our message out over and over and over again so people hear, and then they'll recognize what's going on because they know it.
And it seems the Democrats are being pulled by their very far left. Congressman Jeff Van Drew, we have to leave it there, unfortunately. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You got it.